Hello, welcome to the Untitled Podcast. That might be fun for the pilot. What if we decide to come up with a name for the podcast?
Alrighty. Good idea.
Okay, so we can't name it after Joe DiMaggio, so sorry, that kind of rules your idea out, Steven.
Damn it.
Well, I guess we should give a brief introduction. We have a few of us here today. I am your host, Wolfgang Collins, musician, the Discord user, and that's pretty much it. I'm alone here in this call, if you can't tell.
Well, if you're going to host, you need to introduce the others.
I was going to say we all give an introduction.
Alright, fine. My name is Esteban, aka Steven. Amateur photographer, car enthusiast. Yeah, that's about it.
Well, the mic didn't pick up my clapping, but I tried.
I'm Madison or Bjork playing Minecraft. I don't really do much. I guess I'm a tech enthusiast and a video game enjoyer. There's not really much to me though.
Whoa! Are you telling me you are a girl gamer? This is such a poggers moment. So, anyways, naming the podcast after that god awful introduction.
Gonna let you sit on that silence.
Gonna let me sit
You
on
knew
this.
what you did.
I what is that Malcolm in the Middle quote that Dewey said? Oh, I expect nothing and I'm still let down. There's this group, Malcolm in the Middle posting. It's such a great community of just memes from that show. Like, for example, whenever the big meme is just Dewey, but it just says N with the whatever N with the curly accent above it.
The Enye?
The Enye.
The Enye?
So it's just a picture of Dewey with the Enye. For some reason, that's just the meme.
Dewey.
I like the Dewey memes where he's in random other photos, or they just put him in, they Photoshop him in photos, and just get out of there, Dewey. That's not your family.
There was one I sent Steven that was, it was the airport's named ABCD, and they kept saying, "Get out of there, Dewey. That's not your airport." So ABCD posting is good, and so is N posting. So I was thinking, like, naming a podcast. What about like the Dorkcast? We're all dorks here.
Hey, that's offensive.
We're kind of awkward.
We're all kinda,
That's a good name.
or the Oddcast, but I
The
don't want to be
Oddcast.
the Oddcast.
That's pretty good.
I want to like dedicate it to Pee Wee Herman in some way, though. Just bless his soul. Like we got to do it for him, like the Pee Wee cast.
How about the Oddcast and then parentheses?
There was this edit where he was. They edited him into Jurassic Park, where right behind the mirror, when they're like being chased by the T-Rex, instead it's Pee Wee on his bike. Both are equally terrifying. Because what if he wants to go to the movie theater? That'd be scary.
Oh, Pee Wee Herman in a movie theater. Where could that go wrong?
Where could that go wrong?
That reminds me of something.
Yeah, I wonder what happened. Reminds me of the same genius that gave him crack for a television commercial to explain to the kids, "Don't smoke crack." I'm Pee Wee Herman.
I've seen that. Oh boy, what a nice looking young man. I wonder.
Oh no!
That's all this is gonna be. It's just gonna be ragging on him.
Just ragging on Pee Wee, an entire podcast ragging on the one, the only, the legendary used car salesman, Pee Wee Herman. So Halloween and quarantine. What have you guys been doing for the Halloween season?
Absolutely nothing.
No candy?
No, I've lived here for like 2 years now. I've not gotten one trick-or-treater, so I didn't even bother getting candy this year.
I leave a basket out, but outside. I don't like dealing with people because, yeah.
That's fair. There's like no kids where I live, so I got candy, and then I didn't hear any of them, so then I just ate the candy.
Yeah, by November 5th, that's usually what I end up doing. I'm like, oh, I ate an entire 110-piece of candy set that I bought.
It has been calling my name at night when I'm laying there in bed. You know what? A big bowl of Halloween candy sounds really good right now.
You're not wrong. I mean, I know, like, the winery people, because I work at a winery on the weekend, people really do tend to enjoy that. They just come by and like, oh, Halloween candy with our wine. They'll enjoy a glass. My cash cow hasn't been selling as good though. I'm usually really good with selling the Albarino. People haven't been going for it.
What have they been going for then?
People tend to go for more of the rosé. I know Esteban is a big fan of it.
Mm-hmm.
Which one? Okay, scratch that. Because if we name the wine, then boom, I'm doxxed.
Yeah, yeah.
Podcaster murdered after pilot episode.
Small streamer
Small.
slash podcaster murdered
Oh
after
yeah.
accidental slip up.
After accidental slip up, Paul Reubens, aka Pee Wee Herman, comes to murder small podcaster.
I was gonna say, after a podcaster gets brutally murdered on pilot episode, Pee Wee Herman attends funeral.
Paul Reubens sends a cameo gift as the funeral.
Pee Wee
Paul
Herman is spotted behind a tree by the funeral.
Oh.
And when they find him, he just made his signature noise. Ah. Just imagine like trying to go to sleep at night. You just look out the window and there's Pee Wee Herman just gives the thumbs up and runs away.
You hear him just a muffled sound through the wall of the next apartment over, and you just hear a muffled.
See, if he can't get in your apartment, so he starts banging the neighbor.
Are we gonna go down that road of Pee Wee Herman's banging the neighbor?
I can't bleep that out. That's not bad. Banging is not a bad term.
I know it's not what you said. It's what you're gonna want to talk about, though.
Oh.
That's very nice of him to go over and help them build their furniture.
Yes, that's the banging we're talking
That's
about.
the banging. At 2 a.m.
2 a.m. Like, oof.
Wow, what a nice young man.
What a nice young man. I cannot agree more. Just what an agreeable podcast we've had today. NPR's gonna listen to this and be like, you know what? We're hiring all of them.
So soft-spoken and agreeable.
Yes, we're here talking about the implication of the political agenda we have here in the studio. And we're going to be talking about how streamer Baked Alaska and his whole career that got downset by the release of a Justin Bieber album. I wish that I was kidding at that statement. Baked Alaska, the famous right-wing streamer who has maced multiple people when his argument got proven wrong.
What?
His whole career got downset because he told a coworker, Justin Bieber is my spirit animal. He like became a right-wing extremist. Now he's in jail too. Like there's this guy, Internet Aj, amazing YouTuber if you haven't checked him out yet. Because he covers like the rise and downfall of so many forgotten YouTubers or streamers that just either had a great following and then it fell down, or other way around, have had a constant uptick. Like for example, Andy Milanakis. I never knew this. The whole network of Andys, for example. You know, Asian Andy, Reposter Andy. Oh, that's a meme channel, I bet. Mexican Andy. Who else is another Andy that's good? Burger Planet was kind of an Andy, but that whole CX network of people who would join in Ice Poseidon streams, they'd be called Andys because of how of their likeness was to Andy Milanakis. They'd just show up and hang out with him on stream. They have such difficult jobs, though, because walking around with text-to-speech when you know your fan base is problematic, do you think you would be able to do that?
No.
Speaking of horrible jobs, with the idea of being an IRL streamer, like what was been a go-to like scarier horror movie that you can always go to? I'd probably say, like the OG Halloween never does me wrong. I enjoy that one a lot.
That's tough. I don't watch a lot of horror. I gotta think about that.
Yeah, I can only say just the one that's always traumatized me ever since I was 5 or 6 was the original Night of the Living Dead.
Oh, that one's... It actually is still kind of spooky in my opinion. I watched it in color recently. They did a pretty good job of restoring.
Yep. Came downstairs and Dad didn't know I was staying there in the living room next to him as he was on the couch, and I walked in on the scene where the little girl's hacking up her mother with a garden trowel.
I mean, watching it now, it is kind of like cheesy compared to like Hostel, for example. I've watched that a couple times. Oof. That's a genre that happened. How much cringe and gore can we fit in 90 minutes? Thanks, James Wan. We never forgive you for giving us Saw that inspired a whole genre of god-awful movies. The first Saw was good, too. That's so sad. It all went downhill from there.
Yeah, the first Saw was the best Saw. Unquestionable. I've only seen 2 and 3. I haven't seen anything past that, but yeah, nothing beats the original.
Oh, you mean the one with Dwayne Wahlberg?
Yes.
With Mock, and Dwayne? Hey, you ever been to where they have their burgers in Boston with Mark Wahlberg? He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm Mark. How you doing? You want a burger?" He's done a lot of dumb. He used to be a rapper too.
Marky Mark, wasn't it? Wasn't it something like that?
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Hey,
Oh,
I'll admit it. Good Vibrations was a good song. It was a banger.
that is a banger. It's very period though. It's kind of outdated now. It screams the 90s.
It screams the early 90s, yes.
Yes.
You know it screams the early 90s because it had, I think, the most used sample at the time, which I think was Walk on the Wild Side by Lou Reed. So many 90s songs just, where do we go? We need a sample. Okay, go to Lou Reed. He's just sitting there like, money. I give a lot of credit to him because out of like the whole Velvet Underground breakup, he just kept making music and stopped with the whole suing each other, which I know the Smiths, after they broke up, all they did was get angry and sue each other.
Morrissey, don't even get me started on him. But yes.
My favorite Morrissey moment was when he had a concert multiple times. He would sell records brand new that weren't his that he would sign and sell for like $200 to $300. Like,
That,
bruh moment.
bruh. Wait. Play the soundbite. Edit it in.
Bruh.
Post recording.
Bruh.
You need a bot in the chat. Sound effect bot.
I do need one. I'll put that on the notes for the next episode. That's what we need to get. Okay, so we've covered the bases. We've talked. We've all put in our opinions on, I think, a couple topics. You know, the infamous Pee Wee Herman, the amazing Wahlberg brothers. Unforgettable. They're great moments in history. Which Wahlberg brother is all of your favorites? I think I like Donnie the best. He's pretty cool.
This predates my time, so I don't think I have a fair opinion.
Other than Mock.
You guys are so old.
Oh yeah, turning 25 in a year. That's old. Ooh.
That's so old.
For Discord, that's like ancient. I'm gonna be the dust that Thanos just snaps into existence.
I'm disturbed.
You
Wait.
know what I'm talking about.
You're disturbed? Sing us a song, bro. What's that one song you did where you go like, ooh, wait, or what? How does it go, bro?
What?
Like it's da-na-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na.
I thought you were gonna start singing Pee Wee song.
Oh, you thought I was gonna do Tequila. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I was trying to make a really bad joke about the disturbed guy. Oh, ah.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Ho ho. Good one there.
Just like that plane in the movie Flight.
damn.
Oh.
Too soon.
I don't think was that based on a true story. Was it? Oh, loosely inspired. Okay. Hey, I think I'm covered there because you know, he saved a lot of people's lives by doing a couple lines and flying a plane.
Did you guys see, what was it, Delta Airlines? With the pilot strike that they put cardboard cutouts in the planes that looked like pilots to prove, or no, they were like blow up things. They were blow up pilots, and they took pictures, and they were in the back, like in the background, to prove that there was no shortage or strike going on.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
No.
have you guys seen? You haven't seen that?
No.
No.
Let me find it.
This sounds like something out of Airplane, that first movie. Where
Exactly.
they have to get the co-pilot blown up. That's one of the funniest scenes in the movie too, when it starts deflating and she has to blow it back up.
Smile on the face.
I am serious, and don't call me Shirley. Leslie Nielsen, what a legend. How long ago was that? That was 10 years. Had to have been. When did Leslie Nielsen die?
I remember you told me that on like the way home from school.
Wow, it literally has been 11 years. Rest in peace, legend. I didn't know he was Canadian.
Oh well. Screw him.
Oh, now you hate him. Oh man, Canadians, such friendly people. How dare they? I like my people like I like my attitude, nihilistic.
Can't find it. I can't find it. Now it's just, if I Google it, I just get plain images.
Oh,
I'm gonna find it. It's somewhere. I love Google. I think Google needs to control our lives a little bit more. The other day, I got a text message from someone and they screenshot a review I left on Google Maps to some place. And they said that, here, let me pull up the text. It was really creepy. They said, I noticed you do a lot of reviews on Google. I will pay you $50 to do reviews, just like the ones you did for these places I reviewed. I can pay you via Cash App or any other payment. But it's more freaky that they got my number from it, because you know how they sell your data and such. And I asked them how they got my number, and he said that we got your number from a marketing company that finds individuals who are active on Google with reviews and pictures.
Oh, that's creepy.
It was really creepy, and I asked him for the name of the agency, and he said, "Oh, I don't know what it is."
Likely
Cool.
story.
Cool story, bro.
Me?
No, not you. Them.
I was like, I got screenshots to back it up.
You got receipts.
I got the receipts. These screenshots can't lie. Screenshots can't lie.
Oh.
Have you seen the tweet where some girl said, I've got screenshots and you can't change those? And someone said, yeah, you can change those pretty easily. And she said, not these. And so he photoshopped it. So it looked like she said, is your underwear clean? And she said, not these.
If you use Control-Shift-I, like in Twitter, oh, you can misconstrue so many tweets using the inspect tool on Google Chrome. Same thing with Discord. If you want to with people, get them to say something totally chill and then reply to it really badly, and then Control-Shift-I and edit what they said to something terrible, and then post that screenshot. Boom, career over. Speaking of career over, how's Nikocado Avocado doing? I haven't checked in on him since the whole critical drama.
You know, do we want to get into that?
I mean, we've got time to kill. What? I don't care if he comes after me. What's he gonna do?
No, it's not about that. It's more, I don't know if it's a podcast appropriate, but no, it's fine.
We can keep it chill. I can cut out what gets really
Yeah,
bad.
you can cut it out. After you and I were talking about him, is when I knew about how there were videos of him like hitting himself. But then I found them, and I found like 3 different ones. That's all I can think about now, and so I've been trying to avoid the subject at this point. It's horrible. He puts on a show. I think there was one, he's like dancing around in a closet. And he's like, oh my god, I gotta poop. Don't poop. You're on camera. Don't poop. You're on camera. And then he like shits his pants while dancing around in this closet, and it's it's so bad. There's one where he's in bed and he's just like eating, and I think it's worse because he's eating and he's just like oh, it's coming out, it's coming out, it's coming out.
The funniest part is he'll do all of this and he'll willingly blame everybody else when he has to take the blame for, well, here's the biggest one. He claims he broke his ribs, but walks into all of his videos dancing around perfectly fine. I don't think the two add up. Because if you broke your ribs, you are literally going to be bedridden for 3 months minimum. And that's going to take months of physical therapy, too, to rebuild your strength.
Have you seen the one where he is like drinking a milkshake or something, and he's like all excited and he takes a sip and his face just instantly like sours? And I've seen some good captions.
Let's see.
Cheers!
There was the one of his husband throwing McDonald's French fry cartridges at him, yelling Spanish numbers.
Yeah! You sent that to me, I think.
And what did it say? Me after being held back after class by my Spanish teacher because my whole essay was la followed by English words. The funnier part is la is French, not Spanish. Remember the old language days back in high school? Like all the different language crews and how like we were all kind of like on our own turf war?
But yeah, the good old language days.
Yes. And then your guys' teacher used to let you play ping pong. Wasn't there tournaments for that because it was a German sport?
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember what the game was called. It's been so long.
Ping pong.
No, but it's German. Oh, Tisch tennis.
Oh God, I found some of the Nikado avocado videos.
Oh, put him
Uh,
in podcast discussion.
I don't want to, because no, it's really embarrassing. Um, I
Oh
get
no, did you get them from his OnlyFans?
oh no,
Yes, that is a
no,
known fact. He has one.
no. This is the embarrassing thing. No, it's where I get my memes from and how I'm looking for them. But don't make me say
No.
it. You don't want a bunch of the links in there.
Oh God, is it? No, it's Reddit.
No,
Okay.
no, it's
Oh,
worse.
thank
It's
thank
worse than
God.
Reddit. I'm gonna be real.
Oh no. I'll say it, but you don't have to share the link. 4chan.
Oh, no, I don't know. There's nothing really worse than 4chan. They
Okay.
do have some good pranks, though.
I remember back in the day the whole Tumblr 4chan wars, like when Tumblr decided to invade 4chan,
Oh, yeah, that can
and
go over very well.
oh yeah, the next day 4chan just came in and started instantly invading every single thread on Tumblr that was trending with horrible imagery. And then the funniest part, their attack plan with this was flood all the different channels with selfies. They can't stop us that way or do anything worse. No, because all those selfies were photoshopped onto much worse photos by 4chan afterwards. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give. Internet historian gave it, and I'll give the exact same piece of advice. If that happens, your best strategy is to do nothing. Having a reaction is letting
Is
them
what they
win.
want.
Yes.
No, I'll say it. It's iFunny.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, really? That's always a very looked down upon thing, I thought. Maybe it's just within the own iFunny community. Everyone just shits on each other for being here, so.
Oh, I mean, it's a meme of having really unfunny stuff, but I understand that it is part of meme culture now.
Yeah. Okay, well, if you don't mind, then I'll find some stuff and post them in there.
I mean, what's that one platform, Steven, you're a big fan of?
Uh-oh. Snapchat featured stories.
Every night, baby. Spend a good hour scrolling through those.
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh, I mean, uh, that might kind of be where I am now, looking for memes.
Oh, okay. There's some good spots on Facebook to get memes. There's a really good Malcolm in the Middle post group.
I literally
Facebook.
mentioned that an hour and a half ago.
You did, but I didn't think it was Facebook, so I thought you had a higher standard, so that's why I didn't want to bring up that it was Facebook.
No, his standards are pretty low.
That's fair.
Oh, you're going to talk about my low standards. The question comes again. What's your favorite platform again, Steven?
I didn't say it's my favorite.
But you bring it up a lot. You sent me a lot of them.
TikTok?
Do I? Maybe.
It's TikTok, isn't it?
Potentially.
Oh, that's worse. Now I don't feel so bad for saying iFunny.
No, there are genuinely some funny TikTok. I just can't get behind the app. It's a horrible layout in my opinion. It's the UI that actually turns me away.
Really?
Yes, because you have to like follow 100 accounts before it actually starts realizing what you like. Otherwise, the homepage is just featured content.
On that topic, not about disgusting things. I do watch a lot of, I don't know how to describe it. Did you ever watch William Osman?
I'm
Um,
aware of him.
there's a lot of stuff he did. He was roommates with Michael Reeves for
Oh
a
yes,
while.
yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he just put out a video the other day that was really sad, actually, where he just said he was done making videos for good because he feels like he just can't, he doesn't enjoy it anymore because of all the criticism he gets. And every like little mistake he makes, or if he does something to be funny and people like pick him apart for it. And I don't know if you know, but a couple years ago, his house burned down in the California wildfires, and a lot of people. He said the one of the worst things was when people kept saying, "I liked you, like I miss the old William before your house burned down," and would compare him to that. And so he interviewed a bunch of other YouTubers that had the same thing, like going on about how the community was just really toxic, and um, they kind of put their foot down and said that they're just done. It was really sad, actually.
Hmm.
Because yeah, he was talking about how he used to enjoy it a lot, and now it just feels like a chore that he's just gonna get ripped apart for doing something he likes to do and just enjoyed and did for fun. and he just doesn't have a passion for it anymore. Yeah.
This was Crabs in Science, right?
Mm-mm. No, it was just William Osman. That's just his channel.
Okay. Was he related to Crabs in Science, or is that somebody else?
I don't know who Krabs in Science is.
Oh, that is him. Yeah,
Oh, is it?
that was his name before he turned to William Osman.
Oh, okay.
Just thinking about like creators that like don't really make content anymore just because they got fed up with that. That's a really good question. Like, who else like would be fall under that category? Like, used to be super popular, like love their content. Now they just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
One kind of OG, like, I don't know, kind of stereotypical one, though, was Casey Neistat.
Oh, yeah.
I followed him in the beginning, and then now it's probably just because he kind of grew up a bit and has a family now. But he only posts a video every once in a while now.
Didn't he get really political though, and that really hurt his image though?
I mean, briefly, I think he did, but he just kind of held back.
I never saw anything about him after that. Like no
Hmm.
memes, no videos, like nothing.
Well, I know he did a big "Who I'm Voting For in 2020" video, and it
Yeah.
had like it looked like a MAGA hat that he was holding. But if
Hmm.
you watch 5 seconds of the
No, I know.
video,
He says I'm voting for Hillary Clinton. I remember. No, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
oh,
Yeah. No, after that, I've not seen it. I haven't seen anything about him.
well, I think it's because Esteban basically summed it up. You know,
Yeah, I guess if
he
you've got a family and whatnot.
with the amount of money he's made too from investing alone, you just see where he goes to on all of his vlogs. I don't really think he'd be missing YouTube because with all the investments and smart decisions he's made otherwise.
Yeah, there's no point, especially if why would you want to keep making something if you're already well off and you just don't find it enjoyable anymore? Because I mean, all these YouTubers started with a passion for something and they just wanted to share it with the world. And I feel partially to blame of what's been discouraging a lot of these really talented and dedicated YouTubers is the algorithm because it just promotes absolute garbage and it's really harmful to like the smaller creators and people that don't follow that, you know, what the algorithm wants.
I mean, look at what quite possibly happened, which was one of the best moments on YouTube I've seen in the past 3 months that happened a couple weeks back. As we all know, for many years, he's had very radical content, you know, getting people to constantly fight or expressing drama happening in the community when he was doing quite pretty hypocritical things himself.
Keemstar?
Keemstar retired.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't see that.
Yes, he retired. He had a family to take care of. He's claiming using a lot of different excuses and answers for what's been happening in life. But I wish him the best, I guess.
No, good riddance. Get rid of him. He started a lot of hateful stuff, and I don't buy into the family excuse because he's had a family for like a decade. So why
He's
is he
single
now?
too.
I know he's got a daughter.
Yes, he uses the words like "my family." I got a family to raise. In this house, X and Y. But I haven't seen much news. I've heard he's been on and off with girlfriends, but he's been unmarried for a while.
He's so angry and hateful, spiteful, and
Yep.
petty. That's a good word for him.
Yep.
Well, good riddance. But
Good riddance.
back to not getting cut up. I wish the best for him too.
Yeah, gotta wish the best.
Gotta wish the best for him.
One can only hope.
When I mean I wish the best for him, I wish that he gets only one sock wet instead of both. Um, stuff like that.
I mean, that one YouTuber I was talking about, Internet Aj, when he was talking about Baked Alaska, and at the end, he hopes the best for his content to improve. 3 days later, he was arrested for storming the Capitol when all of the finalizations of the, not rewards, but what's the opposite? Definitely not rewards. The sentencings for storming the Capitol finally happened. He was one of the few members that, due to their actions, were given jail time as a punishment.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't go to a big public event like that when you're well known.
No. Oh.
He was actually in it, like in the Capitol,
Ugh.
mask down and everything. He had the ironic part. He had a mask on, but it was on his chin the whole
Oh
time.
my God. That was one of the dumbest things they possibly could have done. and now a bunch of them are labeled terrorists, and they can't fly on fucking planes.
That's the funniest part. They freaked the hell out because they got to Washington D.C. and after they stormed it, they realized they're on the no-fly list now,
Yeah.
so they can't get home. So they're crying because they have to spend thousands of dollars on rental cars to get home.
Around and find out, right? That's what conservatives are super into. They around and found out real quick.
Found out, sad face emoji. Guess I found out.
When you're on the no-fly list, sad face.
When you're gonna miss the next episode of Modern Family, sad face.
That show's been off for a while now.
Is it still on?
No, it's been off for a while.
Oh, it's been off for a while.
Yeah.
I only watch it when I go visit my mom. So I didn't know.
That's like one of the 2010 shows that just gets syndicated to hell. I think the three being Big Bang Theory. My bad, the Bing Bong Theory.
Big Bang Theory. Was Sheldon.
Sheldon.
Bazinger.
Burzongle.
Bernie. Bazinger.
Zimbabwe's. I miss, the whole memes of that show just being unfunny, because now I have nothing else to rank on.
SNL.
It has funny moments. No, it's not funny. I was trying to defend it, but I can't do that even
It's not
anymore.
funny anymore. After Weekend Update, when they said that Epstein did kill himself, like, not ironically, was kind of when I stopped watching.
Let's just look. Who were the last hosts of SNL? I know from what I heard, the Owen Wilson and Casey Musgraves episode was pretty funny.
Okay, that sounds pretty funny.
I think Sudeikis was just on.
If they get a good host, it really does carry that whole episode.
Yeah, for sure.
And I heard the Jason Sudeikis one was pretty funny. I watched a little bit of it, and they brought back the What's Up With That sketch. I absolutely love that sketch, where Kenan Thompson will bring in all his guests. Ooh-wee, what's up with that? What's up with that? And they'd always have one guest that they just would not let talk. The second that he makes one syllable, they just interrupt him. They actually made, because they don't tell the guests what the plan's going to be for that sketch, they just tell them to sit down and act like it's an interview. They pissed off Samuel L. Jackson so much that he dropped an F-bomb live on television. So if you saw the East Coast cut where it was literally live, that's whoops. They had to pay a little bit of money on that one. Same thing with what's her name on her first episode. Was it Audrey Plaza?
Oh, I love Audrey Plaza.
Or no, not it wasn't Audrey Plaza. She's great though.
She's fantastic.
What's her name? Jenny Slate. One of her episodes where they were testing her out to see if she'd be good on the show drops an F-bomb instead of frickin'.
Oh, okay. I had to Google her. I know her.
Yeah.
I'm linking this video. This guy, he gets like super excited about these trains.
Dude, yes.
Yes, yeah. I love this guy because I'm like the same way. But no, this guy, I love this guy. I love his enthusiasm. I love how he chases the trains. I low-key have been doing that lately.
Francis Bourgeoisie, I like him.
I got a scanner, and I need to figure out how to program it right so I can track where the trains are in my area so I can go watch them.
I think I did send this one to you, actually, Esteban.
Yeah, and I originally saw this on TikTok, so there.
Yes. There is a lot of content on iFunny that is just screen recordings of TikToks. There are some good ones, but I can't bring myself to get it.
Yeah, it can't be arsed. That's a thing I got into that I like saying. Can't be arsed. CBA, that's what it stands for. So now if your friends say CBA, that's what it means.
I like saying mac and cheese too hard. After that picture of the cat that ate too much mac and cheese. But they I went to the 21 Pilots concert Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And there's this guy in like 2 rows in front of my friend and I, and he had like all this audio equipment and he was like recording the show. But he was like very out of place, not because of that, but because of his age. Like he had to have been like in his 60s. Not to say music isn't for everyone, you can't enjoy it, but I really don't expect someone older than like 45 really to listen to them. But it's right after the show actually starts. He was like dancing like crazy. Like he definitely seemed like he was on something. He's dancing like crazy in front of us. I think my friend got a video and recorded him of like going crazy. Like he was at a rave or something. He was doing that at one point, and I think he was drunk or he was on something, but he fell and he knocked over the lady next to him, and he
Oh
was
no.
like he was half hanging out on his row and then like the row in front of him. And then like the usher had to come and escort him out, and he never came back. And I know I just looked at my friend and I went, wow, he really mac and cheese too hard there. Middle of
I found that image.
the mac and cheese too hard.
Yes. There we go.
Anytime,
Oh.
anytime something happens, I just say, just mac and cheese too hard.
I think the similar vibe I saw to that. I'm at the brand new Climate Pledge Arena, formerly Key Arena, when it was back at Key Arena at the time. So the Killers were the big opener for this festival I went to, and Mr. Brightside starts playing, and this whole like row of just frat drunk guys all start arms over each other, back and forth. I would say dancing, but they were swaying because they were all drunk as shit. So they're singing Mr. Brightside, and one of them spills their beer on the guy next to him.
Oh
And
no.
I'm like, oh no, fight's gonna break out. He just hugs him like, yeah. Now I'm gonna smell like what was in your cup. Yeah. This is the nicest I've smelled in months. Yeah.
Thanks for the bath, stranger. Thanks for the
bro.
free bath.
So Esteban, what's the craziest concert story you have, senor?
I was just gonna say, speaking of being kind of out of place at a concert, that kind of sounds like the Yes concert that I went to. Probably the youngest one there by far, by a good 20 years. That was kind of awkward to hang around with a bunch of 60-year-olds.
I mean, Yes is not a bad band. They're very talented. I remember going to meet Liam Gallagher. Oh, Liam Gallagher.
You met Liam Gallagher?
Yes. And so I'm at Easy Street Records, and the people in front of me and behind me, they're like all in their 50s and like 40s and 60s. And like, wait, how old are you? I'm like, oh, I was 22 at the time. And they're just blown away. Like, and you're a hardcore Oasis fan. Like, whoa. Everybody's just blown away. And it's funny because everybody my age that knows Oasis absolutely hates them.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Yeah, anyway, here is Wonderwall, their arguably worst song. I'm kidding. They've released much worse music. If you want to hear bad music by them, just listen to the entirety of the album where they did all piano ballads. I forget which one that was, but it was terrible.
I dated a guy in high school, my senior year, who he had two older brothers, and his mom loved Oasis and named them after the two older brothers after Oasis band
Liam
members.
and Noel?
Yes, yes. And he didn't get, and the boy I dated didn't get anything. He was just I don't want to say his name, but yeah. No, his mom was cool. I wore a Violent Femmes t-shirt because I went and saw them with my mom that summer, and she loved it. And she was like, I actually named my two oldest boys after Oasis.
Wow.
Yeah, she
Nice.
was. That's pretty hardcore right there.
I'm just blown away by the fact that, I don't know, that there's just so many different, variations of, the whole Oasis fan base. You either really love them or you really hate them. But there are just so many different thoughts of it, too. Because the brothers, they hate each other. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Noel and Liam, they haven't talked in probably 2 years now. They called each other for Thanksgiving and was like, oh, how you been doing, my brother? Okay, I'm cutting out that awful impersonation. Sure gonna be learning a lot about editing podcasts today.
Well, at least you're getting a lot of audio because I've got 55 minutes. So,
Indeed. I've got 55 minutes here.
just a disclaimer. I might get a little bit unhinged. I'm a lightweight, and I do have a glass of rum and coke on my second one.
I don't have any Coke because Monday starts my diet of no cheat meals, breakfast, and then Huel 2 times a day. If I'm lucky, I can get Huel to sponsor the podcast. Use code odd for 15% off. So if we could have one big sponsor, who would be an amazing, sponsor to have? Just for the meme of it. G Fuel would be fun. Oh, what?
Me undies.
Oh, yeah.
Skillshare.
Skillshare. I actually wouldn't mind sponsoring them. I've actually used them before, and they've got some pretty damn great stuff. Udemy'd be a great one.
I'm just going off the first sponsors I can think of. What's the fucking VPN? NordVPN.
NordVPN.
Excuse me, what if Surfshark contacts us first?
Raid Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Hey, all you gamers who listen to this podcast, even though it's the first one. Have you heard of Raid Shadow Legends?
Well, thank you for our very first unorganized podcast. If we're all in agreement, this is the first episode of the Oddcast.
Yes.
Sounds good to me.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, I'm your host, Wolfgang, and this has been the Oddcast. Any final remarks, everybody?
No.
Controlled chaos, that's what that was.
Controlled chaos, indeed. All right. Well, enjoy your evening, everybody, and stay safe. Happy Halloween.